that the audio is working. It's been a long time, right? It's been a long time. At North Carolina, I'm home, and so I'm getting ready to set up again. I don't know, maybe it might take me a week to set up the StreamYard, the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I might just keep it like this simple. I might just keep it here on YouTube for those of you that have this channel, and I'm probably gonna share it on Facebook. Just share it. I'm not broadcasting to Facebook at this moment right now. So I don't know. I don't know if they fixed the audio or what's going on with the audio there. But anyway, what I wanted to drop on here is that I'm going to speak about the what's going on in the internet. You know, I thought things had changed. I thought people would see certain things. You know, would be more honest. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it doesn't change. So I'm not expecting that. There's no growth there in a lot of these different podcasts that I frequently I just surf through it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like a troll. I could be a troll. So you surf through these different podcasts, and it's like the same old. No growth whatsoever. You know, so now there's discussion on gravity. A lot of discussion on gravity. What is gravity? What is science? Very basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's just they weren't good students. Peace. I can't see who's texting me here. What's up, Adam? But this is gonna be interesting. Hansu, this is gonna be interesting right here. That I'm surprised that people are still trying to define what science is. I'm like, we already, you know, people already know that the word science is from the word sensia. It's a Latin word. Sensia means your senses, right? So that's what the scientists do. They use their senses, their sense of smell, taste, touch, and also common sense, which is not so common. You know what I'm saying? You heard that phrase before, common sense. Right? You don't got no common sense. A sensibility, a sense of logical thinking, that's a sense of thinking. It's another sense, you know what I'm saying, that they put the pieces together, like in nature knowledge says, you put the pieces together and make sure that it fits perfectly together. And that's how you arrive at something that's going to be facts, something that's going to be true, right? They're missing it. They're giving you all these different definitions that has nothing to do with the fact that it's a simple word. Why make things so complicated? Another thing, so they go into this science, the science illiterate and the scientific method, and so on. Well, before you can even form a method of you doing something, man, you gotta think straight. You gotta be honest about what you're thinking about. Honest, it says, hey, you may not like it, but hey, it's honest. It's what it is what it is, like they say, right? So I find that, you know, a lot of discussions, people are talking about science, but they're not. To me, what I see are not good students. I see people that probably went to junior high school or high school, missed out on science class or didn't pay attention, or after they learned everything they could learn, even in college, they couldn't put it all together. They couldn't see it for themselves. They couldn't experience it, because you have to see it for yourself. You have to acknowledge it in order to experience it and experiment with it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just think. So, again, shout out to Panda Bayanan. He told us that, you know, that you have to define. You have to define what you mean. Even when you have a conversation with somebody, make them define, what do you mean? Where's your definition of this particular word? What's it? Then we can have a communication. But other than that, I don't want no communication with nobody, because I need to know. You know how I defined it. Science, sensia, right? Using my senses to experiment, using my senses to experience, using my senses to think logically. That's science to me. I don't know what this other stuff they're talking about. I don't want it. So when we get to that conversation about science, they're talking about gravity and the force of gravity from that. But they, again, not very good students. Because when you have gravity, you're forgetting that's just part of it. You have what they call levity. Gravity and levity. Right? And let me explain real quickly. I don't want to go too depth into that. But whenever you have a conversation about gravity forces, you also have to look at the other side, which is the levity forces. And the gravity force is the force that pulls down. The levity is what push up. So you get this pull and push. Excuse me. What we term as centrifugal forces or centrifugal forces. Pull and push. Pull and push. This is the dichotomy of those forces. So when you have a conversation about what's gravity and this, the gravity thing, right? Well, what's levity? And what's the force of levity? And how does that balance out your forces of gravity? Again, push and pull. Like they teach in Tai Chi, like they teach in Kung Fu. When something pulls you in, you push against it, right? Right? When something pushes against you, you pull. That's Hapkido. You pull it in because it's pushing it. That's natural nature. That's natural nature at the core. That phenomenon, that push and pull. Push. The planet also has this push and pull. But the Earth has a magnetic core. When you read books about mining and how they study the crust of the Earth, and they do these studies about the continent, oceanography, geography, and stuff like that, they notice that there's a magnetic core, some of the rocks. There's a magnetic core on Earth, so that pulls things towards Earth. But when things pushes against it, it creates levity. That's the reason how birds fly. They have the science, the key that was put by natural nature for them to push against that pull so they can levitate. Seasons happens the same way. Plants, right? At certain times of the season, the gravitational forces, the pulling force is stronger. Right? And then there comes the time where the pushing force takes over, and then you get the flower levitates. Levitation takes place. The planet is pushing and pulling against a magnetic core. The sun has a magnetic core, right? On and on. But, I don't know. I guess, like I said, you got to be a polymath. You got to take multiple different sensings or different studies and put it together into pieces, and that's how you're able to arrive at certain concepts and ideas and concepts, and also to think, balance itself. So again, these conversations that I'm having to me are ridiculous. I stay away from it because, again, it's not that I know so much, it's that I'm seeking to know that which I don't know. But I already know about this push and pull. All I have to do is manifest it in my everyday life and use that ability to balance myself in life. When they try to pull me in, remember, they're trying to pull me in, I'm going to push because I'm going to balance that. When they're trying to push me away, I'm going to pull. It's just how love is. It's just that science of learning, pulling and pushing, learning those forces of how that goes on. And that pull and push, that's so at the core of natural nature, that also became our will. Our will, what they call negative and positive. Negative to negate something, right? You negate, right? You pull back. Positive means you position yourself. You push towards it. You position yourself. So negative and positive position. Okay. It's will. It's how we inherited that will from natural nature in our very body. The electron, that's electromagnetic. Magnetic pulls, electro pushes. So that's what the electrons are on the, according to the atom, and that makeup is on the outside because it's pushing against the magnetic core, which is that nucleus that has all the protons in it. Bro, it's science. It's sensing. Again, but that's a different type of sensing, you know? A different type of sensing. So I hope that clears up. I don't hope. No, forget about hope. I know that's going to clear up a lot of things. Like I said, I'm not. A lot of times I don't get involved in these conversations with you know what I'm saying, with a lot of brothers on their sites and whatever, because again, you know, they're always that stupid one. Well, I mean, where's your source? Where's the primary source? Oh, the source. I'm the source. Why I'm the source? Because I'm living it. I'm a living testament. I'm living will. I'm living. These forces are every part of us. Natural nature is at the core of our very existence. The push and pull, what they call push and pull phenomenon, you want to call it like that. Okay? Is that some of us, we just not aware, so we get pulled into things not knowing how to push, and we get pushed into things not knowing how to pull. So we get caught up. We get caught up in that spiral. We get caught up. We are not manifesting the power that we have within ourselves. And that is the power that you can, it's the power that you can use every day of your life. You know, the more that I'm learning and experimenting and using this power, the more balanced I am in life, the more stronger I am. I don't fall like before. I don't get caught up. I don't get pulled into things like I used to get pulled into before, because now I learned how to push back. Simple as that. And people cannot push me in no direction because I'm going to pull that. Bro, it's a science. Oh, it's a sensibility. It's a natural right. It's your power, your inner power. And I'm going to leave it at that. You know, beautiful day out here. You know, I am a little, it's a little chilly, but hey, nice when you're in the sun. Again, the sun, there's so much we can speak about. So anyway, with all that being said, hey, all the blessings to you.